forgot.
You did.
Unbelievable.
Hello, you guys.
Unbelievable.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun. You need to share to groups.
Oh, thank you. All right.
So on our, of course, it's Friday
It's
the
Friday
13th.
the 13th in Australia.
That's right.
That's
the
right.
13th of November 2020. Your manifesting questions answered live.
I should go out and like get all the good deals. You know what I mean?
Good deals on Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
there probably is
'cause-
sales on, actually.
Well, no, I mean like people are gonna be sick. Oh, I'm not gonna buy the ground meat because I might die because it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, you all be a dumb
Oh,
fuck.
yeah. Sizzler. Hello, Simmy.
Yo, Triple D Simmy, Triple D Sizzle, Triple D
Hello,
Alex. Whoa,
Alexandra, before you fall asleep.
Alexandra. You made it to Canada.
Oh, Simmy.
Coolio.
That is ace.
Oh yeah.
Oh. You'll be
She'll be like love shack.
uncommunicable for
She'll
the
be
next
love shacking it. Love shack.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
ace.
All right. Video or it don't count. Triple D Mark Dockery or Dark
And
Dark
Terry.
Markery.
Cool.
Oh my God, guys, we've got a bunch of great questions, except for one.
Hello, DDD Bruce Roop.
Triple D Valerie.
Valerie.
So, Victoria.
Yes.
Did we do all that?
We haven't done any of
Oh,
it.
I haven't done any
so
of that.
go to freeneville.com.
Look at that. I got my Reddington hat on. Who knows what's coming out next week? Reddington.
Blacklist.
Yes.
What, the next series?
Yes.
Oh, God.
So we finally get to find out. Right?
When is it going to end?
Oh.
They're not going
It's going to end this time. Triple D Tommy, yo.
Join our 221 email list and get a pseudo-random email every single day
Pseudo-random
until
goodness.
you die.
That's
or
right.
20 does.
That's right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right.
The club. That's right, Scott. That is coming up.
Yeah, I just
Hello,
commented
DDD
about that.
Jake.
That's right. No, with manifestingmasterycourse.com, right? Next, end of line.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
All right. So, Victoria.
Yes.
Shall we do it? Look, Tommy's telling you to do the hip hop, straight out
hip-hop,
of
Victoria
Victoria land, yo. Straight out
I
of.
don't know how to do hip-hop.
Well, hip
Show
hop's
me,
easy.
Tommy. Send me a little clip of you doing it.
No, hip hop's music.
Oh, I know, but maybe they do a particular dance to hip-hop.
I don't know, but hip hop is
Probably.
music, right? It's the singy, yo.
Well, you can do a singy video of hip-hop.
All right, fair enough. Yo.
Okay. All right. So, is that all the questions we've got?
Now we got a whole bunch, but apparently it didn't update.
Okay.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
1 minute. Hello, Tyra. How are
I
you?
know this because
Yep.
it's gonna be a short fucking show if it doesn't update. How about getting me your iPad just
Okay.
for fun?
I'll just be a sec.
Disappointment requires adequate planning.
It does.
Type that down.
Disappointment requires adequate planning.
All right. Anyway. No, just bring it over. I'll do all that.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
starting.
It's
it.
called dead air.
So it looks like mine's updated. I've got a clever iPad.
Look at all that.
Yep. There you go. All right.
I'll use mine.
So the first question comes from
Triple D Tony Doyle.
Brandon.
Yo, Brandon.
Is that from MM or
I don't
Free
recall.
Neville?
I
or
fail to
just
recall.
A man on
I
the
feel like
street?
Oliver North. I do not recall.
Okay.
That's right.
And Brandon, we've titled it "One State for Many Wishes." Okay, thanks for that, says Brandon. Any videos or articles where you talk about multiple states? Like, can you combine several desires into one state and walk in that one state?
All right, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of states. I want you to think of wishes as meals, right? And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the meals that you're going to have for the next 30 days. So for most people, it's 3 meals a day times 30 days. That's 90 meals. Mix them up in one pot, right? And then go, isn't it wonderful?
And vitamize it?
Yeah.
Blend it?
Yeah, like they do for the old folks in the old people home.
Or
you know?
how they do it
It's
with
like,
the iPhones and stuff like that. That
oh,
crazy
will it
guy.
blend? Yeah. I've got a will it blend story. I bought this piece of shit, right? And it was supposed to be so you could have your own cloud network, right? The bad news is it sent all your shit up to their server, and then you had to bring it down to your server, which in Australia at the time was impossible. And so I wrote to him, I says, look, this don't fucking work the way you advertised it, right? And I said, well, but it works the way we didn't. And I said, when will it work the way you advertised it? And he said, well, in about 2 years. And I says, well, I want a refund. And he said, we're not giving you one because it's at 61 days and we have a 60-day refund policy. And I said, I need you to Google 2 things. 1, my name. Notice that I'm out there everywhere. And 2, will it blend? Because I'm going to take this piece of shit and I'm going to feed it to my blender.
That's what I remember.
Right?
This.
Would you believe I had a refund and a thank you and, hey, you can keep the piece of shit. We don't want it back. Right?
That's right.
So, total side note maybe.
Back
but
to
here's
Brian.
the thing, right?
Yes.
You don't want to put all your wishes in one basket. See, here's my thing. Ready? 1 wish, 1 session. Done. Right? Really get in the habit of Victoria's Yum, the click of the cottage door. This is my wish, I nail it. Now, you will walk from the state of your wish fulfilled. But if you got to go right, so, in other words, I cook brekkie at breakfast time. That's when I make coffee. Right? Lunch, one of us cooks. Dinner, one of us gets out a snack. Right? We don't do it for the whole month and put it on the table and let it rot.
In one go, no.
Yeah, you put it in a big ass pot and it just rots, or you vitamize it with my little piece of shit. What was that thing called? That was funny.
I can't remember.
I'll never forget that. But like when they said, no, you
Yeah.
can't have your money back, and I just said, look, Google me. Google will it blend. I will combine the 2. I'm good at combining things that have never been combined before. Right? I'll buy this domain name next to yours, right? Your product, and then the word sucks afterwards. I've got a way with people.
Yeah.
So,
Got
yeah,
you.
don't combine them, right? Get in the habit of nailing, right? Loving. When I nailed Loving Puppy Dad, every conversation we had about the garden after that involved me pondering puppies, right? When I nailed Loving Husband, right? Every conversation we had about the garden had us in mind as a couple. What are we going to be doing when we're old here? What are we going to be doing when we're frolicking here? That would be a nice place to have some wine and cheese with the puppies,
Picnic.
right?
Yes.
Don't combine them, right? You get in the habit, 1 session per wish, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Get in the habit of nail, right? Neville says to let this be like breathing. You don't take one big gulp for 20 years. Boom. So that's where I'd play. What was the name of that little product? Yeah, that was just fun. Did I ever blend it? I don't remember. Anyway,
Yes.
Victoria.
Yes.
So, are we good with that one?
Yeah, I am. I'm just thinking about it because you can combine several desires into one state, he says. And because I'm thinking of, you might have one state might have multiple wishes, like the state of loving puppy dad might have desires that Bruce is a good boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, the state of loving puppy dad's going to have, like, all right, I'm imagining before I get out of bed this morning, great day at the dog park. I'm imagining, playing ball with my dog,
Yeah.
right? I'm imagining my other dog hanging with me in the hot tub, right? Yeah, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I don't combine them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. In other words, I have to put it all into one thing and just hum.
Yeah.
Too much work. For fun, feelitrealfun.com, identity-based manifesting. Look up the playlists that involve that. All sorts of good stuff there.
Okay, cool.
But frolicking naked. The sizzle show is sometimes utterly more fascinating than ours.
I do every now and again. I know you see a comment and think,
All right.
So, thank you, Brandon, for your question. The next question's from Ellen in Manifesting Mastery.
Yo, Ellen.
No one to change but self versus imagining lovingly for others.
Oh my God.
Ellen asks, I do have a question, though it might be my last chance. We're almost at day 90. Oh.
Stop the presses. Ellen's almost at day 90. She's had a wonderful time in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Yeah.
She can still email. She can still do the lessons.
Yeah.
Right? At day 90, it just doesn't come to a screeching stop, even though I'd love for you to get a manifesting to the max.com. But that's another story. Let us continue, Victoria.
Okay. I have a question about imagining lovingly for other people. How do you interweave that with Neville's quote, there's no one to change but self? And you taught me to always imagine from a first-person perspective. But when it comes to other people, I might not always be present in the scene. Do you have some thoughts and pointers on imagining for others?
Yes. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck with your day night.
Yeah, I love yes/no questions, right? Like I really do. 20, are you in a good mood? Yes or no? Do I get a refund? Yes or no? There are times when yes and no questions are useful. Is this one of them? Yes or no? But anyway, so do I have some pointers? Absolutely. Remember, it's always about you. So here's the thing. So I think of my buddy Bob's got a business. We'll call it Bob's Business, right? So it's Bob's business. Now, if I am imagining Bob's business doing great, oh, look at that. It's fucking telling me there's an update. It appears their fraud has been quite extensive in the U.S. election. That was Sky News Australia. I don't even know why I get their updates. But anyway, right? So, all about me, right? So when I think of Bob's business, right, I just, here's what I experience. How would I feel if I thought about Bob and his business? If Bob called, what would I experience about Bob and his business, right? He's going to ask me another dumb fucking question, then ignore my things and wonder why he's fucking broke for 2 fucking years. Yet that's not imagining lovingly for Bob. But if I imagine zzz, whoa, Bob's giving me that special feeling. Like, did you hear that in the background? The phone just made noise.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that was cool. So let's imagine that's Bob, and I go, whoa. Okay. And I just imagine Bob having a great time. Yeah, great business, Bob. I don't have to include Bob. I don't have to know whether or not he shaved this month, right? Whether or not he's in a hot tub doing dumb shit. But it's all about me. So how do I feel? Another good one. So I watched a guy having a stroke one day at the shops, right? He was not having a good day, right? I mean, there are days I don't have a good day. But when I look over at an old guy on the floor having a stroke, he's having a worse day than me.
Yep.
Right? And so here's what I imagine, how I would feel seeing him next week, happy as a clam, taking a walk in the shops. I saw him, I don't know, a week or two later. Guess what he's doing? He's walking along, having a great time. So apparently it was...
happy as a clam.
Happy as a clam,
I didn't
right?
know clams were happy, but yeah.
Yeah, clams. Gotta love them. They make me happy.
Yes.
So, Triple D, Francis Yo. So here's the thing, right? So again, I don't have to imagine the guy's doctor report, his daughter or son, the Boy Scout lady that rendered first aid. I love that because I don't like to render first aid anymore.
Yes.
But it's like I just imagine how would I feel when I see that man next time at the shops.
Yeah.
Right now, if he was doing this, I wouldn't feel all that good, would I? But if I see him walking, just do the nod,
Doing
the
the
nod.
strut.
Doing the strut like T-O-M-I.
That's right.
Boom. All right. So,
Cool.
I think I saw Triple D Ashley just roll through.
Did you?
Yo.
Ashley. Hello,
Triple D.
Ashley.
All right. So, Vic.
Okay, cool. That's excellent. That's exactly what I thought. You don't have to be present to
Absolutely.
imagine lovingly.
Absolutely. It's like when Sizzle pops up, right? I think,
Pops up.
Sizzle pops up, just pops up. I go, damn, Sizzle, right? Just imagine, when I imagine lovingly for Sizzle, having a great day, right? But if Sizzle popped up and I'm, oh, fuck. Right, what am I imagining about Sizzle? You got it? This is how real it is. Right?
Cool.
Boom, Sizzle. Yo.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Ellen, for your question. The next question's from Mike in Manifesting Mastery. I hate my job.
I love this one.
Okay, Mike asks, if someone has a current job that they absolutely dread, what do you recommend the person does? Well, obviously, do it.
I would really, really explore writing this down or speaking it from, I hate my fucking job.
Yeah.
Right? Actually expressing what you feel verbally. Not that words have power, but whenever you go double dissociated, right? What's it?
Yeah, if
someone has a job that they absolutely dread, what do you recommend that person does?
Yeah.
It's just like, it keeps it, if I let you stay there, right, while I give advice, you'll take my advice as like nice stuff to think about. Versus if you honestly get to 20, I hate my fucking job. I hate it. I'm having another one of those take your gas can to work day moments, right? I've got 2 of them, 1 gas can for each hand. I'm taking I call them the twins. I'm taking the twins to work day.
The twins.
Right? Whenever you can get to that level of honesty, that's when we get to go, oh, what am I really imagining that's setting this up? But continue, Victoria.
Yeah. Obviously do feel at real sessions, but what else? Is there anything the person can work on during the day at work? A mantra to repeat.
Pretty cool, because again, what's a mantra? A mantra is something out there outside of you. I'll repeat some words, I'll repeat some words, I'll repeat some words. See, my mantra, whenever I'd have like a take your gun to work day, because I had guns in the old country, when I'd have a take your gun to work day, I'd just go to work and go, You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die. Don't touch my lunchbox. Right? But what I'd really do,
Yes.
right? Remember, mantra, again, that's another dissociated. How do I dissociate from it? I'll do a mantra.
Yeah,
right? So you want to
exactly.
dissociate from your dissociated anger versus like, I hate this fucking place.
Yeah.
Right? So whenever I used to wipe butts for a living, that was a brief stint while at the nursing home. And I love the lady that criticizes me for this, right? Because every time I talk about it, she sends me a nasty. It's like, why are you still watching me, right? Are you waiting for me to say it? Right? Yeah, someone's got displaced anger, right? But here's the thing, right? So when I was wiping butts, I'm not designed for that. I don't do well with bad smells, do I?
No, you don't.
I don't, right? And it's like when Hazel exploded, and it's like, fuck, I love Hazel, don't like shit explosions, right?
Yeah.
Not a fan, all right? So, or the other day, while I'm wiping up Brucey's shit, Brucey had a bad night, right? And so, like, I'm wiping up Brucey's shit in the middle of the night, I feel it as a memory, right? So when Hazel exploded, I felt that as a memory. I'm able to talk to her, have a great time, giggle and have a good time while she's going, oh, it's bad. No kidding, Hazel. You think it's bad up there, right? I'm about 2 feet closer than you, right? Yeah, but we get to have a joke about it, right? Because I can feel it in the past. Again, this is that whole I remember when, the truth about it. Again, people walk around going, I remember when I was having a take your gas can to work day. Now you show up to work and you got 2 cans of petrol and a lit cigar in your mouth and you're going, I remember when I came to work with 2 petrol cans, right? If they have armed guards, you will become a red mist. If they don't, they should, because they will after you're done. So, I think that's pretty good.
Yes.
Let's tie it into the next one. This will be good.
Well, we haven't
Triple E
finished
Terry.
his question.
Oh, sorry. Let's continue.
Okay. Mike goes on to say, I have 8 to 9 hours a day that I feel is completely wasted at work. I hate being there to the point where I feel like I'm going to lose my mind if I don't do something to make progress towards my desire. But I have zero clue what to do. Slip off into the bathroom and do quick feel-it-real sessions.
I used to do that, also at the nursing home, right? Yeah, I just sleep in the loo, or not sleep in the loo. Like literally, I'd go to the loo, lock the doors. They'd knock after a while, right? It's like, how long can I disappear for? Not to
Yeah.
avoid the day, but to imagine up some good, right? So definitely do that. And again, so one more. Imagine you leave and they're sad. Right? If you're leaving the job for something better and they're sad.
That's nice. Yeah.
Versus like, glad that prick got fired. He kept bringing gas cans up to the door and leaving them there, right? It's like he was making a decision, right? Every job I left, okay? Yeah, I mean, a lot of them went to hell because I didn't want to be working a job, let's be honest, right? I was imagining teaching, taking a temp job, learning all sorts of cool shit. Time for you to leave, end of line. And it's like, you know what? I swear to God, I mean, the last time I was in the States, I needed to get some stuff for immigration. I rolled in, morning, Terry, how you doing? Hey, can you tell me when I worked here? Give me a reference, because it's like, you haven't been here for 12 years. I said, I know. She goes, you're looking good. Cool. She goes, I'd love to write you something, but all your shit's buried in the archives. I said, ooh, archives, that sounds fun, right? But imagine having left at the top of your game and that they're sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One other thing I really liked, I don't know, Mike, if you watched our show yesterday.
All our troubles seem so far away.
It does. And in fact, I don't know that we said it on the show. It was something that then Jake extended upon, and I really liked it. He said something like, we don't do sessions to make something happen.
Absolutely.
We do sessions to surrender to what is, or what
exactly.
has been.
To have an experience.
Yeah, and I really love that. So, and that is what, because I hear you saying, I don't do something, I don't know what else to do to make progress towards my desire. It's like it's all out there for you, like in the future somewhere, but surrender to it now.
Yep. When you go back to this, do not gloss over the thing about putting this in your own first person. I hate my job. It's time to take your gun to work day. Really get in touch with that.
Yeah.
Because that'll also help you notice, what are you imagining about you that's keeping you there? Right?
Yeah,
I need a job to pay the bills or I'll lose the house, live under a bridge, and fuck, man.
And I'm getting that probably what Mike's doing is slipping in and out of that. Like he's remaining disassociated for so much of it, But that second paragraph, he does own it. He says, I hate being there. I have 8 to 9 hours a day that are wasted. Do you know what I mean? So it's just interesting how the whole first paragraph was like third person.
Yep.
And then the second paragraph was first person.
Yep.
But it's like I get you switching in between as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Keep playing. Really keep playing.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll tie this in with some more. Thanks,
All
Mike.
right. Thank you, Mike.
Boom.
The next question's from Linda via email. Nivelizing for a drug addict / alcoholic? ? And Linda asks, how do I nivelize for someone who is a drug addict or an alcoholic? I'm desperate for answers.
Neville actually has a little section where he mentions about that there's this unsatiable hunger. And when people quote unquote become addicts, right? In this, what happens is they get a glimpse into something. And yeah, I'm going to put my little bit of a spin on this, right? So you have drug of choice. You experience drug of choice. And drug of choice shuts down whatever the chatterbox is, so there's this more direct experience of, right? But then you blame drug of choice, right? So what's an addict? You really,
for the experience.
For the experience.
Right.
Right? So the drug of choice does not give you the high. The drug of choice helps you not notice something, right? That you obsess about normally. Let's call it the chatter, right? So with all that in mind, I'll try to find the quote on this because it's really, really good. Because the lady's basically concerned about her husband to be, so on and so forth. And Neville says, hey, they're just one step away, right? They're just one step away, right? Because they've discovered this insatiable hunger, right? But here's the thing: nivelizing for an alcoholic, nivelizing for an addict, right? It's the same thing, right? Yeah. Let it be about you. How would you feel if you heard from them? How would you feel if they came to mind? How would you feel if they called you and you know that they're fine?
They're happy.
They're happy.
Yeah.
They're doing great.
Yeah.
They're no longer chasing. And here's a pattern. I want to manifest for them. My life won't be complete until they are cured. In other words, it's the same thing. I can't... See, here's what I noticed with addict dialogue. I've done a lot of work with addicts and drug users, right? And this is what comes out if you probe a little bit. I can't talk to the girl until I have some juice, right? I can't calm down until I've got some juice, right? I need something first, right? And what can happen with this, right, is I can't have peace of mind until they're okay.
Yeah, so it's like we then become the addict.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Wanting to help the addict. Yep. Yes.
And that just snowballs in all kinds of ways versus right. Right? You imagine lovingly for you imagine lovingly for them. You imagine lovingly for them by imagining lovingly for you. When they come to mind, what do you feel? Boom. Right? That. Nice and simple. And more on that in a bit.
Cool.
All right.
So just before the next question, I can hear Emmett scratching the door, so I'm going to go and let him in.
All right. Cool.
And then come back for the next question.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Cool. What's really fun, I'll mention this. So whenever I was doing a lot of work with addicts, one of the things that I noticed, I could conversationally lead them through their drug of choice experience. In other words, whenever you take X, what do you notice first? And how does that move? Where does it go? And I just notice how they do things. And I could run them through it conversationally, and instantly they're stoned. Right? That fast. Now, I wanted to teach it to them, because that way they could become instantly stoned without having to take drug of choice. Right? Or instantly confident without having to take drug of choice. Right? Now, here's what happened. They all start calling me at 3 in the morning saying, hey, look, I need a fix. I said, good, do it. I said, no, I need you to do it. No, I need you to do it. Right? You need to learn how to drive your own bus. Right? So if we look at the thing with addiction also being a really cool way to delay gratification, I will experience this after Y. Right? Let's just move straight into X. Right? And the cure's almost never what people think. I drink so I can talk to the womans, right? I drink so I can feel... They call it liquid confidence. I love that. But it's not true, right? I'm not confident. I'm not even confident with her, right? She'll beat the shit out of me, right? She's fast, right? She's got pointy things, right? But I'm curious about her. Being curious about her, I appreciate her. Appreciating her and being curious about her, right? The addict doesn't have curiosity. They already know the answer. The answer is drug of choice. I'm more curious about how many different ways can I make money, have fun, be a blessing to the world, answer this question in at least 6 different ways so far, I think, right? But I'm sure I'll weave some in later. Go for it, Victoria.
Cool. Excellent. So that was for Linda. Thank you very much for your question.
Cool.
Oh, so the next question's for Scott in Dream Driven Day.
Yo, sizzle.
I am the Pearl? Question mark. Scott asks, I'm recognising my many great qualities I have. Last night it came to me. What is it like to experience what I really am? Recognising me as the Pearl, is this a place to explore or skip?
Absolutely, and here's why. Triple D Anya, welcome to the show. Congratulations and enjoy. So, ready? When you get that you're the Pearl, you no longer chase drug of choice. When you get that you're the Pearl, you no longer delay gratification by having to say, right before I can feel confident with women, I need some liquid courage, right? I enjoy liquid courage, but it's not liquid courage to me. It's a yummy scotch, right, that I got for like 66% off,
Yeah.
right? Boom, right? I am amazing. But I also don't wait to feel it real, right? So if I waited to feel it real, it's like, right, I'm going to wait to feel it real till I listen to my 32 gigahertz brainwave recording, right? And so I'm going to wait till I can fire it. Oh, fuck, I'm out of batteries. So I got to go get batteries to listen to the megahertz. So I have to imagine going to get batteries before I can listen to the megahertz. Well, how am I going to imagine getting batteries before I can listen to the megahertz if I don't have batteries? So I'm stuck because my drug of choice is gone. Or I can notice that I'm the Pearl and I don't need the megahertz. I don't need the batteries unless I like batteries. I like batteries, don't I?
You do.
I buy a lot of batteries.
He
I
does.
just
The battery drawer's chokers.
Oh my God, we've got the Scotch wing and the battery drawer, right?
And the cigar humidor.
Oh my God, you got to look at it, gang. I got 2 more batches coming right now. Oh, let's talk about good fun. But anyway, what was the question?
Well, it's about Scott being the Pearl.
Yeah, totally. And notice how
We
it
all
weaves
are.
in, because when you get to you're the Pearl, you don't need the drug of choice, but you can enjoy anything without it being a drug of choice. Which takes us back up to the addict thing, which also takes us back up to imaginally, lovingly for others, because, like, gotta save the world. No, you don't. You just gotta, right. Yeah, how could I be? Boom. Okay? But more on that later. See, I told you at least 7 different ways. I will answer that at least 7 different ways.
Cool.
Right? Before and after it was asked.
Okay.
Because I am the Eggman.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Scott, for that question.
I drink because it tastes good. I just saw that go right through there. Yep. Dark marker. You're a funny one.
The next question is from, well, now 20's calling you Sizzle
Yeah, Scott, welcome to the show.
in Dream Driven Day.
Yeah, I just figured I'd muck it all up.
Yeah.
Yep, as usual.
Neville Goddard Prosperity Pack Lesson 2. Scott asks.
By the way, this is the kind of question I usually absolutely hate the most, because people say, well, on page 32 of this compared to page 64 of that, 7 minutes into the recording, it's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I know.
I made that shit up years ago. Right? It's like asking Neville, whatever you spoke on this day, I don't know what I said, but I'll tell you what I'll tell you now. Right? But I love the way that you set it up, Sizzle. So you set it up good.
Cool.
All right.
Sizzle asks, would you dive deeper into appropriate in Prosperity Pack Lesson 2, please? From you turn to the inside and you appropriate what you want. It is a subjective appropriation of the objective hope. And that's from He is Dreaming Now.
Cool. Thanks for putting all that in there.
Cool.
That made the answer possible.
So it is a subjective appropriation of the objective, like the desire, the hope.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Cool.
Off you go.
Ready? This is why we don't wait. You don't wait for the megahertz. You don't wait for nothing. You subjectively appropriate. I find her fascinating. I don't have to drink heavily to talk to her. You got it? Yeah. I go right into that whole thing of like, wow. Right? right? So it's sort of like the whole thing that's popped up in the group. Christopher Cliff mentioned something about where he was talking about steps, and he talked about imagining getting rapport, or getting rapport. And I mentioned I don't imagine not having rapport. My natural state is you and I are, right? Consequently, can I talk and do I talk to everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Right? I don't make rapport, right? I just noticed that this thing called oneness exists, right? That we're already all dancing, right? It's just one wave, just all the dancey wavy things, right? One ocean. And so when I look at this, let me look at that exactly. Whenever you subjectively appropriate, this whole illusion of separateness. I'm separate from God, therefore I have to align with Source. Wrong answer, right? I'm separate from God, therefore I have to get closer to, so I'll do violence to my desires. John the Baptist, right? So on and so forth. Versus directly, subjectively appropriating. I create wealth. I create life in our wealth in our lives, in your lives, by simply sharing what we are and who we do. That's an immediate appropriation. I love this one because my one buddy right now is arguing based on statistics how old he is and so on and so forth in the group, and hopefully you're watching, right? If not, right? I'll tell you to, because this whole thing with statistics and truths and facts overflow the world and so on and so forth. When someone doesn't like their job, what would you tell someone to? You get it. All that keeps it out there versus the subjective appropriation, right? Being able to absolutely go, it's sort of like we're leaving this morning, right? And the guy that's supposed to be here next week is here now, right? I express both my pleasure and displeasure rapidly, right? Sometimes Victoria's like, fuck, right? But do I? I express my pleasure and my displeasure rapidly.
He does.
Right? I don't meter, I don't mitigate, I don't rent, right? It's all right there, right? So this whole thing of subjective appropriation, right? If it's out there, it's mitigated. It's versus slide right in. Okay, I know the words aren't going to make a lot of sense here, but just notice how I'm demonstrating it, right? One of the things, so Mark Dockery just wrote "same here." I have no idea what you're same hearing to, but and I love when I talk to like Mark on the thing, right? Because Mark's a triple D guy. Give him a jingle. He's like, "Hey, 20, what's up? Hey, Mark, bup. There's a whole bunch of back and forth really fast. Instead of like a lot of people, like their setups and edits and dumb shit.
Yeah.
Play with speed. Subjective appropriation is realizing, there are facts out there. Oh, really? But you're subjectively experiencing them, right? If you focus on the facts out there, it all becomes assertions about money, about business, about life, about age, or subjectively appropriation. As a 55, 54-year-old male, I create wealth. Boom. But more on that later.
Cool.
I'll give it back to Victoria.
Okay.
I got my own.
Slide right in. I think a lot of people like that comment.
Slide right in.
That
By the way,
Mark was saying he does.
This whole thing, right? 20 is a little sneaky fucker. Somebody write that down. Even if you go back to Manifesting Mastery after doing it like for 7 years, and you'll notice, electric slide, there's a reason why we put the electric slide in there. There's very basic levels to anything that I teach. And there's also lots of subtle advanced things that you find through play and showing up and having me ramble about it. And you go, fuck, I never thought about the electric slide that way with addicts.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm up to 9 ways that I've answered the addict question. Let us continue.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Tommy. Yo, Sizzle, yo.
Excellent. Thank you, Sizzle Scott, for your question.
Oh, Adelia. Philly. Oh, they're all typing it in.
The next question, well, actually, I think this one is...
All these obedient people.
I think this one is possibly Oliver Maxwell.
Yes.
And he just arrived late, so you're here just in time.
Let's make sure we put his name to his question in case he wanted to stay anonymous.
Oh, sorry.
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Okay. Is this the one about penis length? My pen is in my hand. I'm signing bills with it.
Right. So we'll start again.
Yeah, the fuck was that? That should have been Clinton. My pen is in my hand. I'm signing bills with it for Monica. Anyway, pen is. Welcome to Penn Island.
Okay. I'll start again.
All right.
The next question's from Oliver on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Entertainer or podcaster? That's
Yeah.
what
I like the way
titled it.
I like the way I set that up.
His titles. Oliver asks, I'm doing a podcast and I'm having trouble staying in the state of successful, funny, valuable entertainer. How do I mix these states? Is the feeling of overall satisfaction good enough? Thank you.
Satisfaction. Not a fan. When I just put it on. Nah, don't get it. When you say entertainer, I get that there's going to be some element of fun, right? So you know, if you were fun and really didn't give a shit about what people thought because they're all having fun anyway with you, yeah, you get some people who don't like me. I don't care, right? You know, they're probably too serious anyway, right? But I just explore who are you as this guy that people in Triple D we talk about Sean. The girls love Sean, they really do. Who are you as this guy who people enjoy listening to? Right? They find you funny. They find you whatever. Like, who are you as this guy? And it really, it takes away from stuff like, yeah, I get the occasional question, well, Mr. 20, how do you imagine, like, yeah, people's criticism, like, not getting to you? And I just imagine, like, I don't care. Right? I just don't. I mean, like, when I was a kid, Napoleon Dynamite would have been considered a nerd. As a grown-up, Napoleon Dynamite is considered a nerd, but he's cool. Right? You know, whenever you actually show up, you're cool. Layden, welcome to the show. So that's where I want you to just notice. Imagine who are you unedited, showing up, having fun. Because if you actually do that, you're going to invite other people to be unedited and do the same. There's the thing. We were just talking this morning about the whole thing. Victoria said, do I grind my teeth? Right? And I said, no, you don't have that psychopathology. Right? Psychopathology. Right? What does he mean by that? But I know those teeth grinders tend to be like, all right, I'm very happy about my life. Remember, always put a positive spin on things. I'm taking my gun to work and leaving it in the car day, right? Because I'm happy. That's not Victoria, right? Now, here's the thing. People that grind their teeth tend to hold it in and take it out at night, right? It's a little bit of a delay thing, answering some other questions like addiction as well. So, right? But versus Victoria just tends to go, right. Right? People that do that don't grind their teeth. So, in other words, right, there's no editing. You get it? She's not editing herself during the day, so she expresses herself at night.
Yeah, got you.
Right? Yeah, if you don't edit, you don't need drug of choice. If you don't edit, you just find, boom. Right? This morning, man, the fucking guys, we're going to pull out. And he's parked at the top of the driveway. I'm like, right.
20's
Yeah,
going,
yeah,
give him a toot.
Yeah, Victoria
Because we didn't
sits there.
recognise the car.
It's like, yeah, toot the horn. Right?
Get out of our way! And then he still doesn't move. So I go charging up the driveway. Are you waiting to pull out? Not really like that.
Yeah, so,
and I was like, oh,
then,
it's you.
Yeah, then there's recognition, right? But it's so
Yeah.
much faster, right? But more on that later.
Yeah.
I don't,
cool.
you know, I feel naked without a clicker when I say moron.
More on that later.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, look at all this.
Excellent. Okay, so that was for Oliver.
Yeah, more to come.
Thank you very much, Oliver, for your
Look at all
question.
these side things. It's
I
just
know.
bad. I love the sideshow.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
Tony, waiting to pull out.
By the way,
okay.
Mark Dockery mentioned something really appropriate. He says he doesn't edit, but he found himself walking away from a conversation so he doesn't say anything. Right? More than once. Okay, ready? I'll answer the phone. I'll go, I very rarely answer the phone.
Yeah,
Hello?
just-
20. Like,
It'll be my mum.
yeah,
I know.
I just,
I just know.
it goes so much smoother that way. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
boom. It's called Let Your State Lead. Unedited.
Right.
That's right.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day Jake.
Yo.
Do I need protection?
Yeah, it's funny that they're talking about pulling out.
I
Right before we
know.
get to this. It all depends.
Well timed.
Well
That's
timed.
another method.
Right.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Jake asks, can you share more on stop imagining that there's anything that you need protection from? Sometimes, right. Sometimes I still imagine I need protection. Hang on, half a sec, sorry. Emmett! No!
All gone.
I'll just start what you said again.
Let's do it.
Can you share more on stop imagining that there's anything that you need protection from? Sometimes I still imagine I need protection from my mind, my current state, or past mind and states. I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't know where to begin with stop imagining there's anything you need protection from. I find myself protecting and defending myself against my reactions too. That might be the biggest one.
You know, all your organs, all your cells, all the waste products, all those countless little things that you carry around with you. What do we call them? Microorganisms. Because inside your organism are all these little microorganisms and stuff. And there's cells, there's tissues, and all sorts of things. All of that's within your body, which is pretty cool. All this other stuff, that's within you, right? Your body's within you, your emotions are within you, your mind, quote unquote, is within you. All this stuff is within you. Like, I'm not a fan of, it's all you pushed out. When I watch, yeah, sometimes I actually get people on the horn, right? And I tell them, tell me about this. Well, Mr. 20, there's me, and there's all me pushed out. It's like, oh, fascinating. See, when I studied Neville back in 2008, when we did that year-long Remarkable course, I noticed that Neville, when he spoke, the feeling that I instantly got was, it's all within me. All your desires, all their solutions, all your fears, frustrations, thoughts, thinking patterns, it's all within you. So if I'm going to chase something, right, I need some confidence I need this thing called confidence so I can talk to her. To get the confidence, I need a beer. So I have a liquid confidence, right, liquid confidence to give me confidence so I can talk to her, but it's all me pushed out. So the confidence and the liquid confidence in her just gets nuts versus like, right, I enjoy me some womans. Happy, loving husband enjoys himself some womans. It's all within me. That doesn't make her any less real, but it makes the experience of her within me. I'm curious about who I am with her, who she is. Period. I'm not confident about who I am with me. Fuck, that'd be just humorous, wouldn't it? Yeah, I am confident about who I am with me, and I'm curious.
Confident I can be a dick.
Yeah, I'm just curious about what am I going to say next? Who am I? What other layer? What happens when I keep peeling back? Oh, holy shit! Didn't realize that was in there. Whoa, right? Yeah. That's fun, right? This whole infinite curiosity and realizing, you know what, the confidence that you chase, hoping to get it from the drug of choice, so you can talk to the womans. Especially, I mean, you think it's bad when you're single. Right, so you're single and you're an alcoholic and you need a beer to get the courage. Well, you need the liquid courage to get the courage to talk to the woman. Then you get married. It's like, fuck, I need to drink before I even go home, right? Because the woman's there, right? So I can't even walk through the door, right? So I got to stop. So before you stop at the bar, you drink the beer, you see the woman, you talk to the woman. Now you got the woman at home. You got, oh, fuck, I can't go home yet. You get gets all weird and complicated, and I need a bridge to get there, and I need to protect myself from somebody swinging a bat and all that stuff. Versus like, right, it's all in you. It's all within me. There's no one to change but self. I can't be afraid of myself. But like being afraid of my thumb. Damn it, where's it going to go next? What's it going to do? Oh, fuck. Right? So, but let's continue.
Okay, cool. Excellent. So, yeah, I guess I didn't understand, not understand, but a lot of it. But the first thought was just that dwelling place thing. We've all got, there's all like fears. We've all got everything in us. Do you know what I mean? The fears, and love. So the whole spectrum is all us. So it just feels like really not needing to defend or protect any part of that part of us because it's all us. So I thought it all would always just come back to your dwelling place, you know?
Totally.
All of those things can reside in us and be.
Yeah, you're the dwelling place that it all dwells within. Takes it back to the pearl of sizzle. Boom. Yeah, look at that. Jersey girl.
Cool. Thank you, Jake, for your question.
Click.
And thank you, 20, for your answer.
Oh, hey.
How did I know that's what you were waiting for?
I wouldn't have been able to do it without me.
Cool.
Yep.
The next question's from Dream Driven Day Tommy.
Yo.
Telephone technique mistakes.
Wrong number.
And Tommy asks, hey, 20 and Hip Hop V. Hip Hop.
Yo.
What are some Neville Goddard telephone technique mistakes you see people make? How to fix them and make things speedier with this?
Cool. I think the number one mistake always is imagining it's going to be hard, or it's going to take multiple sessions, or quitting before you nail it, getting in the habit of, okay, well, they talked for 10 minutes and I can only revise a minute at a time. So, like, I'm going to imagine...
It takes me an hour, a minute to revise, so I'll be at the phone for 10 hours.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not sure which telephone technique that you're talking about, so I'm going to nail a couple of them real quick.
Yeah.
So there's the time where Neville stayed by the phone.
Yeah.
Right? And so his buddy said, can you imagine? Yeah. And Neville's like, yeah, right. Right. And he doesn't leave the phone till he's done. Right? I noticed Neville didn't say that by the time he was done, he had a beard. Right? Right?
He was an old man.
Yeah, exactly. Boom. The other thing, so there's the telephone technique where Neville talks about his friend. She doesn't hear anything except what she chooses to hear coming down the line.
Yeah, that's down the wire. That's right.
You know, that to me is really important, because you're getting to the point where, like, it's interesting where I can think of times in my life where someone like would throw down on me, right? And it happens, right? And it's like, yeah, somebody eyeballs me, I eyeball them back. You know, I don't blink, right? And then it's like, oh fuck, I thought you were someone else, kind of thing shows up, right? What? Yeah, because my thing is, like, I'm not accepting this, right? If I'm not accepting something, it dies, right? And so on and so forth. Sometimes not accepting something, you know, involves you walking away from the phone, right? And that's fine. But the thing is, you get to draw that line in the sand, right? I am not leaving the phone till I have heard what I've chosen to hear. I am not, you know, taking in, like really, I've had people, like, they start to give me their pile of excuses, and I just sort of sit there, and then suddenly the excuses stop, and it's like, well, you know, I'm done with that. It's like, good, that's what I've been waiting for, right? Now we can carry on our conversation, right? Versus their monologue, right? When they're doing the monologue, I hear what I choose, right? When it's time for the conversation, they've already come over to my side. So I think that's the big thing there. Just
I think also because hearing is one of the gates, and Neville was like a master at that gate. Do you know what I mean? It was like one of his favourites, put it that way.
That was a biggie for a long time for him.
And for some people, another gate is preferable as well. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Touch.
Yeah.
Touch.
Seeing. Anyway, I don't know where I was going to with that, but just that I know Neville loved hearing. Yeah.
I think the loveliest thing that I know about hearing is it's surrendering to it. Because you ever have people, like, they try to start arguments with you or something, and it's like, fuck. And then the average person, they're going inside, they're creating their counter argument before, and all that good stuff, versus like, right, if I'm not having to go inside and create a counter argument against you, if I'm just listening to what I choose, which is you running out of steam with this dumb shit.
Yeah.
Right? See, I don't have to do combat with you. I just get to sit here and go, all right, I can tell they're running out of steam with this dumb shit.
Yeah, right.
Right? So I don't got to change the content. I'll change the process. Right? Oh. Boom. So, feelings. Sizzle likes women's and be touched.
Yeah.
Mercy. All right. So, Victoria, what do you reckon? Was that good?
Yeah, I think that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm imagining when we watch the show later tonight and we hear it, I'm hearing it was good.
Cool. Excellent.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, it was good, I think. Thank you, Tommy, for your question.
Yep. You notice Victoria stopped listening? Just the whole thing ran out of steam.
Yeah, it did. Okay. And the next question is also from Tommy in Dream Driven Day.
By the way, some of y'all probably have heard this on live calls where someone will keep going on and I'll go, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not playing no weird ass NLP games, where they're going, and you can tell they're planning on talking for the next 10 minutes, and I go, all right, because I'm already done, right? I've already moved on to the solution with you, and it's like, oh, what do you have to say, 20? Is it, oh, what, ready? Yes. Done. Boom. Listen to some of those live call recordings, and those of you that like, if you got a lot of our stuff and you want something more that's fun, go to freeneville.com. Check out the live call recording sections. We've got probably 5 or 10 different packages up there. They're like 6-8 hours of recordings, a lot of them.
They're fantastic.
And they're fantastic. Yeah, it's just real life, real people doing what we do.
You'll recognise probably some of the people.
You'll recognize the cool ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Brignick's on there. He showed up yesterday. I like Mikey.
I know.
Yeah, we had so much fun making him lead a call. That was fun. Anyway, now you can't shut him up. We got him started. Now he doesn't shut up.
Yeah, I'm just changing the process. Isn't that what you said?
Yes.
All right.
Mikey.
The next question's from Tommy in Dream Driven Day. Action of self-predominant help. Tommy asks, could you dive deep into action of self-predominant while doing a session? How do I bring the attention back to you when I am imagining? I guess you mean to yourself.
Yes, that's what I would say.
I sometimes forget to do that in my session, and maybe that's why things seem slow for me. How do I shift the focus back to me while in pizzle sats?
Okay, so let's say you're taking a moment and you're investing your pizzle.
Yeah.
Pillberry, thank you. So you go outside and you find a nice tree and you let the dogs out, right? And you're taking right? You're taking your pizzle, right?
Yes.
And you're imagining up something lovely. Now, my guess is when you bring your attention back to you after imagining something lovely, right? That you'd probably put your pizzle back where your pizzler back where the pizzler goes.
Probably.
Right? And, which is really impotent, right? So otherwise you get in trouble with the police, right? So, but here's the cool thing, right? So you know what you were imagining. You bring your attention gently back to, who let the dogs out, right? You put the dog back in the house and you get on with your day. But I find when you really nail something in sats and you come back and you put the dog back in the house, you're different. And that's the cool thing. Now, it doesn't mean you got to sit there and pizzle until you nail it. Get in the habit of nailing it within a pizzle. So that's what I'm going to suggest there. And the whole thing of whenever you bring attention back, realize as soon as you bring attention back and you put the dogs back in the house, you can do what we share on that little $7 speed recording, maybe become aware of the spaces between the vertebrae in your neck for a second and imagine something else lovely. And then come back and then get on with your day. So that's where I'll begin there.
Okay, cool.
Boom. And by the way, that little speed call, if you want to check out the live call recordings but not invest a whole lot of money, that's little $7 special. It's the first one there. It's one recording, 2 hours. We share a lot of good shit with how to basically do little speed sessions. So that's the speed call recording in the section Pillberry just put up. So
cool. Okay.
Tommy got it. Boom. That's right. No getting arrested for you, young man.
Sweet. Excellent. Thank you, Tommy.
Oh, we got 3 by Scoots now.
For your question.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. The next question's from Scoots. Without a congratulatory conversation? Question mark. Scoots asks, how do you imagine your car working completely without a congratulatory scene?
So not only do it, so we're going to pull out this morning, and there's a truck in the fucking driveway.
Yes.
Right? And it's like, right, give him a toot. Right? I'm not into sitting around waiting like while he plays. See, I don't know who's up there. I don't know if it's some moron playing Candy Crush or something like that. It's like, I'm not waiting for you to get high fucking score to get to the dog park. I'm like, I got a show. Right? I'm impotent. Right? Right. Word? That's where you say word.
Word.
No, it's not a question. Word?
Word.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so let's get back to the question there.
How
do I imagine the car working completely? So, of course...
I haven't finished the question, but do you want me to read the second bit?
No.
Okay.
Without a congratulating scene, right?
Yes.
So, of course, I tell Victoria. So I left the wallet at home because I'm wearing short shorts today, right?
He was
I'm
wearing
feeling
short
like all
shorts.
Daisy Dukey and shit.
Daisy Duke.
And so we go to the dog park. I'm wearing my pork pie hat. I'm all coordinated and stuff. Don't want no wallet dragging down my pants. So of course, you got to know what happens. You pull to the top of the driveway, right? And the orange light's on in the Toyota. Right, the orange light's not the happy light. The orange,
the fuel light.
Yeah, the orange light means like you might make it home or not. Right? So I did not imagine a congratulatory conversation of Victoria. We made it home. All right, that would just be me being a sarcastic bitch. Right,
Yeah.
Victoria, we made it home
Because he said to me, I haven't got my wallet. Should I go get it? I said, nah, it'll be all right.
So, you know what I'm imagining? The show. Because if we broke down, and fuck, man, who do we call? Cube. And it takes 10 minutes to get Cube to come back. She's out of gas. It's like,
I know.
right. So we wouldn't be having a show. So I just imagine, right, show, good, done. Right? So what would imply my wish is fulfilled? My wish is to get the fuck home, do the show. All right, so cool. I imagine, hey, look at that. It's the Sizzle Show. Right? No congratulatory conversation needed. Let us continue.
Okay.
Sarcastic bitch. That's one word.
Also, what if you wanted to receive something specific, like a gaming laptop or even a brand of it?
Same thing. Right, what would man? So I am an iPad kind of the guy. I own a little.
I think Scoots is into Candy Crush.
Scoots might be into Candy Crush. So like I have one of those little tablet things, the little Android tablet thing.
Galaxy or Samsung? Yeah, I know.
I really don't know. It was like $100 or something.
Yeah, it was a
like
cheap
that.
thing.
But I got it because I needed it to check on something, and I didn't have a device that would do that. So I bought the damn thing. But when I imagine technology, I imagine Apple. Right? Apple just has very particular things. It makes very particular noises. I turn it on and I go, oh, fuck. Right? Versus I turn on the Android thing and it's like, yay, whip. Right? So again, you imagine what would imply your wish has been fulfilled. Like I said, I imagine the show, so on and so forth. So how would you know if you had that particular brand of something? Would it make a particular beep? Does everybody here know Bill Perry's favorite sex noises from the 90s? Or was it the early 2000s? Bill Perry had his favorite sex noises, right? Do you all know this? Right? He did, right?
What do you mean he had his favourite sex noises?
Bill Perry's favorite sex noise?
Yes.
Right, was a computer booting up, or actually the modem noise. It's like,
Oh.
yay! There she
And
is.
he was nice by posting a link up.
I'm nice to Bill. I love Bill, but it's like it's like it was the "Here Come the Boobies" noise. Bill was into the high-speed 2400 baud modems. I'm sorry, Bill. Man, I really am. I just I think I'm getting out all that repressed anger from.
I think you are.
From the beep and stuff.
Yeah. Get in the car out of the drive.
This is what I do instead of taking my gas to work day. But let us continue.
Okay.
There he is, Bill Perry. I resemble that. Yep.
All right. So those two questions. You finished with that one about?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Next one from
Sweet.
Scoots.
Thank you, Scoots.
Scoots dos.
Well, I'll split these up. So thank you, Scoots, for your question.
Yes.
The next question's from Scoots. Manifesting or magical?
Yes.
Scoots asks, what's the difference between manifesting and magical? That's with the K. Just so, thought manifesting was supposed to be magical.
My entire world is magical, but weird, but fun, but normal. I don't like. So I'm in the hot tub. I'm in the portable. I am in the new. Let's get this straight. The new portable disposable hot tub. So we took the spare out and put it up, and oh my god, I am loving it.
Yes.
Right? But in the new portable disposable hot tub, I don't put the lid on every time, because I find when I put the lid on every time, if the lid has any dirt on it, it gets in the water, then I got to scoop it out or clean the filters and so on. So generally in the morning, I take the lid off the portable disposable hot tub. In the evening, I put the lid back on the portable disposable hot tub.
After cleaning it down.
Right?
Yes.
Now, with all that out of the way, I'm in the portable disposable hot tub, and I'm getting out this morning. But right before I get out, I remember that next week the guy's supposed to come in and run the whippersnipper, him and his buddy, right? So we got the whippersnipper guy coming next week, and I'm remembering, right? So I actually experienced putting the lid on the hot tub Because when they come and they do all the whippersnipper and shit gets in the air, shit gets in the hot tub, then I got to scoop it all out. It's not as fun anymore, right? So just think like instead of having oily sex, sort of like oily sex with oregano or something like that. It gets gritty and stuff. So, unless you're Italian, then it's expected. But anyway, I never dated an Italian chick that I remember. But, yeah, scope ambiguities. Anyway, Pillberry. Now, so before I got out of the hot tub today, I'm experiencing putting the lid on for whenever the guy comes during the whippersnipper. Right?
Yes.
That fast, right? What happens? Can't leave the driveway. Why? Because he's there.
It's come early.
Right? Yeah, I know why he's there. Right? So I get out and I go put the lid on the portable disposable hot tub. Right? Because I've made him come early. Go figure. What was the question?
Magical.
So to me, this is normal. Right? There's nothing, I don't shit myself because I had a win or anything like that. Magical is normal. I had the $606 whiskey win earlier this week. Right? That took a whole minute's worth of imagining, came to fruition in less than 30 minutes. Right? I got that, you can see that photo. I got all those bottles for $20 each. A lot of those bottles were 55, 61, 78, a lot of money. Nothing was less than that. Right? So I got all these, I got the summer's worth of scotch for like 60% off, right? Again, boom. Is it magical? No, it's normal for me, right? It's just what I do.
It's normal for everyone, really.
It is.
Yeah.
But most people, they try to make it something special.
Yeah.
And once you get on the road to special, then it's like, well, I need my special beer, my special glass to have my special courage to talk to her because she's really fucking hot. If she wasn't hot, I could just have old Milwaukee in a can.
There you go.
Right, 16-ounce pounder for $1, right? That's how you can tell how special you are. For you chicks that want to know what's he really think about you, notice what kind of beer he has to drink before he comes over to see you, right? She's not old Milwaukee in a can kind of girl, right? She's more like an 18-year-old Scotch, right?
Oh. Okay.
Boom. And that's some money here in Australia. So just to be clear.
All right. So that was from Scoots. Thank you very much for your question.
All right. Sizzle says Schlitz. There we go. It's Susie Schlitz. Yep. Anyway, sorry.
All right. And the last question today is from Scoots.
Yo, Scoots.
A typical day of manifesting. Scoots asks, also, feel it real sessions for different things. Should a whole day of sessions be dedicated to one aspect, or just each session being something different?
Notice how we opened the show and how
I was
the show
just going to
closes.
say that.
I just love this.
Yeah, because we opened with, can I do multiple wishes in one session?
With Brandon.
And yeah, we've closed it up sort of the same way.
All right, so here's my thing. I assume I'm nailing it in one wish. One session, one wish. One session, one wish. What was that chant? No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. You get that's delayed gratification. Yep, I'll feel good when there's justice, and there'll be peace. No, there won't. You'll find more injustice, right?
Yes.
But here's what I want you to do. See, I think I'm up to about 11 or 13 now on the addiction thing with delayed gratification and extra gratification.
Oh, wow.
Right? I keep track of all sorts of shit. I'm spooky on the inside.
You're magical.
I'm magical.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness,
yeah.
This whole thing of like, right, get in the habit. Before I get out of bed, I nail 3, 4, 5, 6, a dozen wishes. Depends on how I'm sleeping. Last night I woke up a lot. So every time before I fell back asleep, I nailed a wish. Wake up. Wait, nail another wish, right? So I get in the habit of not needing to do all my sessions all day about a particular wish. I mean, I'm in the habit of nailing it. One session, one wish. One session, one wish. Boom. So that in the morning, okay, here's my general formula, right? Y'all know this. It's Joseph Goddard time. It's Joseph Goddard time. Specific events of my day already having gone my way. What would imply we had a great show. Bill Perry comes and he types in the good shit. Boom, right? Those kinds of things. Great podcast, great chat with Sizzle. Boom, what would imagine what I mentioned that implies those things.
Yeah.
Right? Midday nap time, whatever's on my mind. Could be something short term, should be something long term. You know, whatever. Right? So it's like, right, what's on my mind? I'll imagine that as then as I'm waking up from nap, I'll put another one in. Right? So that's, then bedtime, usually bedtime's the revision time. I'm going to turn some bad into naughty. And some naughty into some super naughty. Right? Super naughty. Right?
Yeah.
Boom. And also imagine, oftentimes at bedtime, if I find myself, I'll wake up a little bit, the naughty was good, naughty. Fall back asleep. Imagine what's tomorrow going to bring. Super naughty, right? So, boom. By the way, I think it was Gail earlier. You mentioned manifestingtothemax.com has a lot of great group recordings in it. Really, it does. I mean, like there's Manifesting to the Max is a completely different adventure. It's got, I believe, 3 live call recordings, 3 books, 3 sets of recordings. It's a massive little pack for $97. End of line. Boom. Pillberry says, so basically nail it in bed. That's right. It's like a whole bunch of quickies, though, Bill. You know what I mean? It's not like a marathon. It's like a wind sprint and a wind sprint and a wind sprint and a wind sprint.
Right.
Bill, it's a good thing you and I were never neighbors at the same time. What does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, we would have been ornery neighbors. I'm sure it would have been like yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that. So if we got Bill Perry on one side, Sizzle, we got Rich. I wanna be rich. I live in the middle. I live in the hut in the middle.
In the hut in the middle.
I'll show you my hut idea one time. I had this idea for a 6-sided hut that you attach more 6-sided huts to. Huts to.
And on each side is another neighbour.
6-sided hut, right?
So you got 6 neighbours.
Well,
instead of 4. Is that what you mean?
I'll show you. All right, we could always keep one hut empty.
It sounds like a beehive.
Yeah, it's like a beehive.
Yes,
that's right. But I'm the queen bee. Imagine that.
Queen bee.
So, Victoria, as we button up the show.
Okay, so that was from Scoots. Thank you very much for your questions.
All right.
Right.
Double T.
And what I'd like to say is thank you, 20, for all your answers.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Bill, for posting up those links. That was ace.
Yeah, for real links too.
And what we'd like to know now is, what was your strawberry bet?
Victoria.
Yes.
What was your strawberry bet?
I thought it was very clever how you started the show and wound it up with a similar question.
Well, that was not my fault.
It was not your fault.
Nope, I put everything in the order received, end of line.
Oh, wow.
So.
It just happened that way. And
yes.
How you ended up answering for the alcoholic addict. I can't remember who that question was.
Notice how it fit in with all those.
Yeah, and each time we had another question, it was like, and that's another, like, answer or solution, whatever. Yeah, back to that question. So that was my strawberry bet.
All right.
What was your strawberry bet?
My strawberry bit today. It's cool because when the guy comes this morning, again, one of my non-negotiables is things do not fuck with our show, right? The show is non-negotiable, right? So you got 2 guys with whippersnippers running around out there. What time they finish?
Yeah, 1:45, just after quarter. It was almost 10 to 10, so 10 minutes before we started the show.
10 minutes before the show has started, the chair gets entered, the gear gets checked, so on and so forth. So when it's time for the show prep to begin, the guys shut the fuck up and leave.
Yeah.
Right? That to me is the fun thing. Is it magical? No. It's every day.
Yeah.
But every day is magical. The whole thing of like whenever you get like I noticed when I started noticing the vibration that runs the body, not the heartbeat, the one that's probably about 50, 60 hertz. And so like literally like this thing vibrates at 50, 60 hertz all the time. And every now and then it just flips entirely, which is really cool. And then it'll flip entirely again. But noticing that was really, really cool. It's like a magical thing. But it's something that'll happen for 70, 80, 90, 200 years, right? But this is magical. And yet it's mundane. And that's how, to me, this is. It's so natural. Is it magical? Yeah. But it's just not a big deal. So, boom. So,
Yeah.
Victoria.
Okay, so while you... Oh, there's this ace
that's a-
strawberry bits going up by everyone.
Especially Tony Doyle's.
Yeah. And Mark Dockery's was nail it every
And
night.
Adelia. Oh, there's one that was all right.
What?
I'm horrible. It's tough being my friend.
Okay.
All right.
So, while you keep typing them in, go to freeneville.com.
That's right. 221 email lists. Random goodness.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
It takes like 15 to 25 minutes a day. Like literally, think about it this way, right? The show's about an hour. You could have done 3 to 4 Manifesting Mastery Course lessons. Like one a day, one a day, one a day, one a day, right? For people that tell me, don't have the time to change my life. Really, I bet you're having that time of your life. But anyway, manifestingmasterycourse.com. And if you've done that and you want to try something different, like Gail said, manifestingtothemax.com. Check out it. Go get it, right? I mean, it's seriously like, all right. And
For refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
I,
TT says, you're right, I guess.
I,
You're right.
I-
I guess. Yeah, that's all
right.
from The Wire.
that's right, we love The Wire.
Well, we've stopped watching it now. We've finished it.
I still love The Wire.
Well, yeah, we do.
When you're not in the car, I play the
Actually,
theme song
have we
to it.
finished that or we're waiting for more?
No,
Oh,
it's done.
yeah, that was done ages ago.
That's right.
That's right. Okay, sorry. I'm a bit behind the times.
That's right.
Have a great day, night. Simmy, have a wonderful
Whoa.
weekend.
Video or
if
don't
you're
count.
still here. Yeah.
Lisa, love and thank you
Love
too.
you all.
Bill Perry
Okay.
to the max.com. What's that? That should be called 15 Minutes of Fame.
See you next week.
I once was president.